Dayanta Mone Mone Ma Mone Sova Dayanta Mone Mone Ma Mone Sova Dayanta
Before,
we did meditation and which is mind training into detach by giving body and also all the our possession of material to other sentient beings. Now this time the sending all your goodness, knowledge, wisdom, or whatever your good quality, positive energy, sending to others. This, by breathing, this method is when you're breathing from right nose, nostril, and sending all your good quality. Good quality it becomes a white light, and sending to others, and through others, the left nostril, and go into their heart or energy. And lead joyful feeling. When you bring the breathing from left nostril and bring all the sickness of others, all the problem of others, energy, bring all the transform it sort of black from the others right nostril, and coming through your left nostril, coming into your heart, in the heart. Which is attachment, ego, association is completely this life, have been countless lives, and also since you're born up to now, countless lives, avoid as much possible, suffering. Always concerned to goodness, for myself, I. So bring this time to put it into, your heart. Attachment, ego is completely, malice. Bring out. Let bring out. Anyway. It is very useful that totally change the attitude of attachment, ego's attitude changing, because the personality of attachment is the wanting, or universal, pleasure is I want. As much as possible, any, the unhappy feeling, avoid. So this time you totally act opposite. So sending all the your goodness and the wisdom and the joyful energy of life, physically and mentally, whatever, speak, any energy you send without hesitation to, giving others. When you breathing from your right nose, and send to others, left nostril, and send it into their heart, such a joyful, blissful, white light energy, without discriminating, not only your dear friend, all universal living beings. And bring their biggest problem, which is almost you don't like, to see, and bring this time, through your left nostril and into your heart, and meeting with your ego and attachment, really vanish, just like ego completely freak out. Normally, ego's attitude, even some, which is, which is not your worldly friend, come into your house, you freak out, you freak out. Why you come in my room? Which is nothing, compare with your heart. Now this time, not only, your people and the people's problem, or the sickness, or all the, problem you bring, visualize and bring through your left side nostril into your heart. Okay, this is our meditation now we do. The Tibetan we call Tong Len. Tong means sending, and Len means taking. And we say long means breathing, breathing, to make together with breathing. So you understand now. All your goodness, energy, power of mind, speech, or whatever is sending, or control energy, or whatever is sending through your right nostril with breathing. Others left nostril and go into their heart and feel fulfilled. Their heart is fulfilled by joyful, and you have rejoiced, enjoy, and taking others worst disease and a psychological problem, and transform it into black light, and bring through your left nostril into your heart, was it totally ego dislike. maybe you have difficult, to bring there is something, sickness, this thing. You visualize all the people in the West, most suffering, old people's home. How many people are, sort of people like vegetable, tree, cannot comprehend all that their actions. And the sending, energy. And so many people also, killing and hungry and thirsty, It is existent in the West too. Doesn't matter supermarket food is there, but still, many people, hungry, possible, because of the situation. And the war, how many people die? Thousands of people die, and you sending that your the good quality, vibration, the energy, and dead people, dead body go, and the day becomes alive. And they take all their, bad karma, karmic result, and transform it into black, the light, and bring to your left nostril into your heart. Even your dearest friend, if there is a sudden point, situation comes, there's no choice. One suffering, without one suffering, one cannot be happy. And you choose, I want happy. You should be suffering. Actually, your dearest friend, you do this way. Even you intellectually, you say, I want to, I can suffering for you, for your happiness. You say words and determination, something worldly. But still, when the exact situation comes, you want happy. Other going, let other going, let them suffering. You know that. You check out. Be honest, This the self-cherishing attachment attitude. Normally we consider we are intelligent by avoiding, the disease, these things, We think we are intelligent. Actually, we are attachment. One is concerned pleasure, dislike, hate with, sort of unhappy feeling. So therefore we avoid. Not the good attitude, in other words, not good attitude. Avoiding, those kind of, the disease, and benefit, life worthwhile to using is okay. But self-cherished thought, I don't want, suffering, Therefore, as much possible, I, revoke and against it, disease, these things. So all other sickness, you bring into your heart this time. Let ego bring out, attachment bring out. And especially when you bring, bring into your heart, it's very important, psychological point of view. Check out reaction, ego, how reacting. When you bring, TB, some people have so much TB, cancer disease, and you transform it that black light and you bring from your left nostril into your heart. How the ego reacting, you check out. Tremendous reaction when it comes into your heart. Look at Western old people when they become old, incurable, just miserable. They don't have mind training, understanding, to make understanding yourself. They have no meditation. They can't do mind how to put together. Just like incurable, miserable. I mean, really, one thing is what I see, scientifically, experience in the West is when they become old, incurable, miserable, much more miserable than East people. We all going be this kind of. If we will not die, Now you don't want to see even old people's face now. So you becoming every day you becoming closer to that kind of face. The old people's face, if you give you into your face, how ego figure out. Check out now. You suddenly becomes your face becomes such 100 years old, lady face, How you think now? You check out right now. It is possible. Don't think you're dreaming sort of, It is possible. Potential is there with you now. Every day you are closing that situation. If we have such training mind into detach and releasing, attachment, even we all, we have no problem. We can deal, such situation, and comprehend, our own mind. Mind becomes, young, boys, mind. And all the physical is 100 years old. It's possible. It is really possible. This is the human power. And progressing into everlastingly peaceful, joyful, realization. Doesn't matter you call, nirvana or, enlightenment or salvation or whatever. Doesn't matter. It's just words, However, reality is possible somehow. You reach. It is so worthwhile. Therefore, mind training is so important. Person who training mind such way and always have, any bad situation, he cooperate and he put that, transmitted into, joyful, energy and always have life joyful. No matter world is up and down. But his own, he cooperate with his, life such a joyful manner. So normally you don't like just to hear. Now seriously you bring into your heart. Check up how the ego reacting, how you feel. Tibetan Lamas, they do 21 times, and sending all the good quality and to others by breathing right nose, nostra, and bring and all the the bad quality or whatever sickness or any problem, transform it black light into your heart and feel how the ego check up. At the same time, determinating. Countless lives, or even since I born up to now, I have been always, grasping, such, temporal pleasure. I want best quality, best happy, and all the suffering is avoid by grasping attitude as self-cherished thought. So now that I recognize this is the psychological main problem of all my policy action. Until I'm not changing, and until I do something I don't do something for this purpose, and I end up like unhappy, and a miserable reaction. The real, everlastingly joyful and happiness is, real, is beyond, self-cherished thought, attachment. So my rest life is as much as possible I put energy to release self-cherished thought, attachment. This is the real, my main part of liberation, or inner freedom, or enlightenment. It is really powerful having equilibrium feeling with all universal living beings, and sending all your goodness for others, and bring all their sickness and problem, and you experiment. It's incredible powerful. The result is incredible joyful. Mind is balanced, real balance, and you reach the middle path. I mean, at least the attachment, the cupidity attachment is the too extreme, exaggerated. And hatred is also, extreme, the exaggerated. So you can go, middle path, which is not cupidity attachment, which is not, hatred. It's so worthwhile. If you can have wisdom, method, dealing with a human being, it's so worthwhile. Because most of our problem comes from we dealing with a human being. By dealing human being. You check out, even Lord Buddha says, even you should not attachment, such as enlightenment or nirvana, realization, even you should not attachment. Even if you don't take, Lord Buddha says, my follower disciple, they should not, sort of dogmatically, attach it in my doctrine. He said that is wrong. That is another psychological, sickness or disease. Incredible, isn't it? Most time we go and say, oh, my idea is good, somebody say your idea is bad, we freak out, isn't it? This is the attachment. Lord Buddha said, no one, any my disciple don't want, attach, such as, idea, highest goal, enlightenment, and, and any, the philosophy of, doctrine of, Lord Buddha, they say, should not attachment. And also, certain kind of initiation in Tibet, Buddhism, Yoga Tantra, we have to promise it, don't, criticize any other religion's doctrine. Can you imagine the Lord Buddha saying this? You understand? We have vow, taking vow. Incredible. That's fantastic skillful method and a fantastic knowing psychological, the human nature. And unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, world people, any people say, my idea is the best thing, If somebody say your idea is bad, we freak out because attachment, not realistic. Lord Buddha says, instead of he freak out, he said, don't attach it. He give, improvement, don't attach it. That is right. Because as long you have, attachment, in a religious idea or philosophy or attachment, there is a conflicting, they're destroying your inner peaceful and joyful. So therefore, as much as possible, have to go middle path. Avoid, extreme, view. So this is the, real part of liberation, true part of liberation, or enlightenment, whatever you call words, doesn't matter. If you reach beyond the attachment, the selfish, self-cherished thought, I can guarantee you have no problem in life, physically and mentally. There's no false action coming. There's no way. Door is closed. As long you open it, the self-cherished thought, the attachment door is there. The basic, all the problem is opened. You know, the human biggest problem is actually, and rebirth, growing and also, dying. If you don't have attachment, even if you die with much pleasure, dying is going home. With the attachment, possession, reputation, and and material, and miserable. Dying is always miserable because no understanding, isn't it? If you have, really, if you don't have attachment and care about, dying experience is blissful, joyful. Really, Buddhism teaches, how to die. The Buddhism education from beginning up to how to end life have total experience, education, content. It is really, not difficult. It is easy. If you skillful wisdom and the method, to release, attachment, self-cherished thought, your life always happy. They don't need to pretend. It's the nature. Happy is the nature. Control is the nature, not just something pretending. Flower putting seed and the growing is the nature. The same thing. If you have seeds of the solution and the knowledge, wisdom, solution, to release attachment, it automatically grow. That's why I say human mind is powerful, very powerful. Positively powerful, negatively so powerful. You can put any directions. It is flexible. It's not fixed, energy. Human mind is. I mean, you can say, the attachment, the selfish is, the energy is just like, something, something, like, needle, putting into your heart. When the releasing, incredible, joyful. There's no uptight, tendency in your heart and physically. There is real depth. So through the meditation, we can really, reach such, everlastingly joyful state. We can reach. If we not do something, we really foolish, isn't it? We're not saying such a joyful state to be able to reach without spending, any money or pound or something like that, we can reach, and we're forgetting that we so much concerned in material, too much exaggerated running attachment, or object, sense of, or world. It's totally, we are not realistic. If you compare, check out, who offers for you. Actually, material is something compared to so much energy, life and you organ, and you end up with nothingness. When you die, we end up with nothingness. But, develop, focus your mind in knowledge, wisdom, and releasing, such as a cherished thought, attachment, incredible, powerful. Life the lifetime, it contains. Even, the, earth, up, the sun, moon, is down, changing. With you, your, control, wisdom is always with you. Material is always cheating you. Material is, is there, is not there. Most time, rich people, sometimes they die with hunger. I'm joking. I think you people know. It's never sudden. Never sudden. The money is not the insurance, guarantee to have not hungry. I think you people know. But I think it's important, really check up. Be seriously check up. So you compare, just, compare. I mean, progress your mind. At least every day, I mean, you have time, plenty enough, time, just, half hours, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, just to, meditate. And those, training mind, as we told you, those technical you do. Incredible powerful. Just make something, take from your heart, and, joyful. It's there, Just short time produce, such joyful, energy. It is so worthwhile. Instead of running such, transitory, and, samsaric pleasure. And which brings, reaction, another miserable result. And, useless. With much energy. I mean, you don't need to buy, you don't worry about it, your pleasure, your joyful is within your mind. You don't need to buy, I need a pound, to buy this thing. You cannot buy that joyful, It's there with you. If you use that energy with skillfully, always with you. Always with you. No matter you go, up or down or underneath the earth, or always with you. You take with you. But the material possession is not always with you. I mean, that's so easy. Lama think that is easy. Then you go supermarket. Not easy. Going supermarket, is not easy. Really. I'm sure you people think, he exaggerating. Check out how much difficult going supermarket, you can't walk, first of all, have to car. You understand? You have to have car. How itself doesn't work. You have many things. I don't tell you that story. I think Check out, there's through going you through, difficulty, through this, you check out. But short meditation and it brings relax and keeping day with the consciously, it's so worthwhile. It's really worthwhile. That gives it everlastingly joyful. Really, physically you're old, but mentally your mental is incurable, such, working state of mind. I mean, how joyful, It's so worthwhile. We all going sometimes become old, You understand? And we have, life joyful still, Possible, really. It's so worthwhile. I hope you people understand, It's so worthwhile things we give up, Such, garbage we pick up, with the attachment. It's so unreasonable. Okay, I would like you people realistically check up. I'm not, making, pushing you, my idea. You check up. You people really, intelligent people. Not easy people, Western people, actually. I really, I'm not telling you people, You people have so much learned also garbage. That garbage you're learning is now you can put into, check up into now. You have so much experiment. But the permit people to teach this kind of things, for Lama has difficult, you understand? Difficult, you know. This kind of, you know, idea is to come, to understand is not easy. I think West people, you know, can understand. So I think I'll not keep you now time, you know, running. Thank you so much. Okay? We'll see you afternoon. Maybe afternoon sometimes we have question answer time. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. And anyway, some people leaving, you know, and if they have a question, what I told, you know, this meditation course, you know, you can write us, okay? I always, you know, okay, try answer, okay? Please, you know. Okay. What I'm told you here is I'm responsible. I'm joking. Yeah, it's true, you know. I mean, really. I'm not totally joking. Little bit joking. Okay, yeah. So please, you know, okay, don't hesitate, you know. You take my address, you know, you say such time, such, you know, you say this. You know, I have this conflict, this problem, you know, please explain. Okay, you write, okay? So, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much.